Hello, this is implementation of future technology in other forms of transportation by Gary Sol from the University of FIU, Florida International University, CGS 3095, Spring 2014. There is a lot of different types of transportation using technology outside of just smart cards, highways apps that can help the improvement of the transportation locally and globally. Okay, last year in the city of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, was unveiled a 2.5 billion metro project that is approximately 110 miles long design, which will connect the buses and the trains in just one place with a big new design that will make a more greener and efficient transportation. As you can see, the interior is just a lot of light inside, and it lets you develop a much faster pace for people to move from one place to another one. A same type of places made has been made by some years ago in San Francisco, coming up in 2017. It's called the Transbay Transit Center, which is almost the same stuff, but with a more developed way. It has a mall inside. It has a park on top of it that it will make people that in the neighborhood more like to accommodate people more, to make people to know each other better, to make the city more fluid. It's located in the middle of the town, of the downtown, and it has the like you can see the same design inside, almost the same, so you can get the flow of the solar energy inside and the flow of the wind, so you don't need to waste that much energy. This will unite 11 transit systems connected to the city and regions around the nation. And also, with this new technology, this building is using an architecture called light-up columns that it will bring the sunshine deep into the building and it will allow the sun to use the source of energy and light to build, so there is no need to electricity during the day. A same type of technology is implemented in this terminal of the airport. This organic look of the roof and the technology that is unique, like a honeycomb motif that left the natural light of filtered through the inner core of the terminal. So it will allow more energy to come through and you don't need to use that much energy to waste in like light and stuff like that. The mall is a good implementation of it inside so people can get distracted a little bit in waiting between the flights. The terminal has two wings, so one of the wing is for international and the other one is for national, so the fluid or passenger is much faster. It can accommodate up to 45 million passengers per year. I didn't to know just only this idea. So another new technologies that can be implemented using all these new mega terminals and public transit centers, for example, the Stratton Bus, the Hyperloop, and the SMT Rail, which I'm gonna explain right now, and I'm gonna explain in more detail in my project. The Stratton Bus is like a new technology, just new implementation of the bus and this type of way that cities can change using this new technology. This is something that will change the entire view of how we see stuff. Like for example, it can have like an air station, so you can get like the people inside and outside faster and quicker using an elevator. Just inside, just go up, get the people, go down, get out the people without building an elevator inside. Also, this is allowed out the design of the backward to an illusion, so it shows the people if the train is if the bus or it's a bus train combination. So if it gonna goes up and down, and they have sensor, so it notice when it's coming up and or when it's coming down. The only cars that can go through is just the normal size car. Like trucks and other stuff like that need to go by the side. But everything, like most of the stuff that go into the city are just cars. For example, when something bad is happening, the evacuation system is just a new technology, a new design that can get everyone as faster out and quicker. And it will allow like the city to be more fluid and to get less people involved. And this is a saving of the energy because it's use solar energy to go through the places. The Hyperloop. This idea consists of something like a tube or a pill which will go a 4,000 miles per hour in something like a subway or two-way that will contain around 6 passengers and a partition to put baggage and personal belongings. The airlines the, is airless and frictionless. A Hyperloop will enable for people to drive from London to New York in just 45 minutes and from New York to China in 2 hours and around the world in just 6 hours. I know if it's an state travel, it will go just like a 370 miles per hour. Most of the energy is generated in the capsule to slow down. This type of technology was impossible to imagine a few years ago. According to the idea, passengers will not feel G-force, that is compared to driving a car in a normal speed or also useless energy than conventional methods like to trains on plate and chips, even chipping to control. It would take just 10% of compared to like a railroad or a subway, and it would cost like one fourth of the cost of the freeway. This technology called SMT rail is used in other countries like Brazil and Colombia and also here in the United States where we have mountains because it's easy to get from ground to mountains on the city on the ledge of the mountains. For example, this is kind of a cable car which is similar but it's more efficient and more for able for users to drive in the city. It's a two-way railroad that they will transport just not just people, but it can also use cargo as a commercial way, and it can go up to the speed of 200 miles per hour. It can be suspended using a track or electromagnetism to just adjust leviation for loads upwards, and the magnet generated in fields which hold supporting arms position without making any direct contact with the tracks. Also, the tracks as on top of the will uses solar energy, so the energy will move the car. The population acts like it drums and it uses electron motors. As you can see, the station will be on the ground so it's more faster to pick up people and get it off and off the road. And it's a GPS track system, so the car know where the people are. All this technology I'll also more explain in details in my research paper, which I have it in the link below. In conclusion, this amazing type of technologies all around provide a very safer transportation system that can be implemented in almost every city in the United States and improvement every day non-stop that life that we have in our life every day for traffic, and it will be the biggest problem in America every day. Also, all this technology can be implemented, so all this will make like a more energy, more safer place and more safe of energy and fuels that we use in everyday life, and it will erase all the traffic jam that we used to right now. Now looking to a more global aspect of this. This will be like different to implement it in here than in United States than in one country. For example, compared to my country, Cuba, this is more difficult to implement it because there is less technology and less advance in computers and in technology in general here compared to my country. So it's some difference between this and it's some different aspect between that. Thanks for watching. And if you want to know more about it, just download the link below with my entire research about all this new technology that are coming up in the next years. Thanks.